What's going on, everybody? It's your boy M.I. Sizzle back in the building with yet another YouTube video. Today, we're going to be talking about offense, and we're really going to look into how we can combine small and big Tekken together in order to confuse our opponent. Right? Now, normally when you think about confusing your opponent, you're thinking about mixing your opponent up. And we're going to talk about mixing up our opponent in the neutral. Now, mix-ups generally consist of mids and lows, but there are other mix-ups in Tekken that are less automated, and when you master them, they can help elevate your game to the next level. Today, we're going to learn how to break down our opponent's defense by combining small Tekken with big Tekken, and we're going to be using timing to do so. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to set Marduk up to do an immediate jab into an immediate low move, and it's going to be a quick low move, and we're going to try to defend against it. All right, he's going to do this jab into a low, right? He immediately does the low, so all we have to do is just press down back, no problem. Now we're going to have him do a slow mid to try to mix it up. Now what you'll notice is I could duck and I can manage to stand back up and block the mid. You noticed I was able to do both. I was able to block the mid and I was able to block the low. Now you're thinking to yourself like, okay, well, I thought mids and lows were mix-ups. I thought if I did this low move and you ducked, I could hit you with this shoulder, right? I could hit you with this mid attack. Well, yes, if they are similar in speed, right? But what happens if I use a low move and then a delayed low move? So one low move is going to be about 1 second behind the other one, right? So we're going to try to block low immediately, right? If I try to hurry up and block low, then I'm not going to block this because I'm trying to stand back up to block the mid, right? So I have to stay down in order to block that mid. Block that low. But what happens when I take out the fast low and I put in just the slow low in the mid? All right, I tried to get down there. I can't get down there. So maybe I can stand. No, I can't stand. I can't check duck it either because if I try to check duck, let's see what happens. I stand up into the low. So now you see we have a mix-up and we're still only using the same two moves. But by slowing down our low, it was allowing us to do a slower mid attack, right? Or even if we didn't want to risk doing the big mid, we were able to do the low move at two different speeds, and it stopped the person from being able to automatically block us. They would have had to choose to stay down or they choose to stand up because they're getting confused by the timing of the moves that you use, right? Now, here's an interesting thing. The slower your low, the more you delay your low move, the bigger mid you can mix up with. So let's take a look at this. For this recording, we're going to do 1, 2, right? So we're going to hit play. 1, 2. All right. 1, 2. All right. You see how that works? 1, 2. We're actually down there ahead of time. 1, 2. All right. So now we're going to change which mid we use because the last hit we used was 19 frames, right? So let's check this out. 1, 2. Oh, Lord. 1, 2. Now I'm using that slow move because I'm immediately doing the slow move, right? I'm immediately doing the slow mid, but I'm delaying the low move. And because I delayed the low move a little longer, it's allowing me to be able to mix a person up by using the same low move in all of these situations, but just varying the speeds by a little bit, you're able to then use big Tekken to go ahead and apply those offensive techniques that is going to make it real punishable for not being able to defend correctly, right? And obviously, once you start doing this, it's going to make your opponent more jittery. One thing we have to consider when you are talking about delaying your moves is that, of course, you run the risk of getting counter hit by small Tekken moves or even big Tekken moves, depending on the amount that you are delaying your attacks. So always be cognizant of that. And we'll get into that in a future video about how you can be on the other end of this defending against it. But that's for another video. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that sub and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're always ready for content when it drops. And of course, hit a like on the video just so you can get back to it and you'll know where it's at. And you can let everybody else know where it's at. Maybe you might be stingy with it, but don't worry, it's enough knowledge to go around, all right? In any event, glad that you came, and I hope that we can continue you down this path of knowledge so you can continue your quest on developing your Tekken skills. Also, if you would like to look even further into developing your Tekken skills, you can always check us out at tknhouseent.com/TTU. That's Tekken Tech University, and there we develop a lot of talent and get really deep into the aspects of the game that maybe we won't touch here on the channel, just that much in depth. But with that being said, that brings this video to an end, and of course, you already know what it is, the realm of the real, where only the real can chill. Peace.